So I choose the both. Yeah, I choose one of them.
Okay. Are you kind of person who sticks to dreams?
No, I think so because as I grew up, I thought like, uh, what I'm doing, what I'm doing for life is not so important. And for me, it's just get enough salary and the work and life balance is really important. So I don't care what I'm doing for work.
Hmm. What is your dream job?
What is my dream job? Ah, for a few years ago, um it was of being a famous marketer, and but now I'm not doing that job. But I'm working now kind of different area, but now but um I really like it.
Do you like your, do you think you are an ambitious person?
Ambitious person? I don't think so. As I getting old, I'm now more than 30 years old. I'm I think I'm losing my passion to work and to do something. So yeah, now I'm not a kind of passionate person.
Uh, uh What films do you like?
Films.
Mhm.
There are so many things, but these days I usually watching fantasy or action movies. My one of my favorite is Lord of the Rings series, and I watched it several times.
Mm. Did you often watch films when you were a child?
When I was child, there was no many times to watch films because there was no TV in my home because my parents was so strict about the education things. So yeah, there was no chance to watch it.
Hmm. Did you ever go to cinema alone as a child?
Cinema as a child,
Hmm.
no, I don't think so because firstly, I didn't have us enough money to go to theater alone, and then, uh, uh, I was always with my friends, so we hang out together always. So no, I've never been theater alone.
Hmm. Do you often go to cinema with your friend?
Before the COVID situation, yes, I did. We went to cinema once or twice a month.
Hmm.
But these days, after COVID situation, no, we don't go to cinema, but we watching movie at home together with popcorn or crisps.
Do you think going to cinema is a good way to spend time with your friend?
Um, no, I don't think so because I prefer having time with my friends at cafe or some open area that we can make a conversation because I like chatting with my friends and sharing the information and what kind of what kind of things that we are doing recently, these kind of things. So yeah, during the year people can talk each other, so I don't like that.
Hmm. All right, now is part two.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you the topic. So, describe
Mhm.
an important decision that you made.
Right.
What the decision was, how you made your decision, what the results of that decision were, explain why it was important.
Mm. Could you repeat the third question, please?
Mhm. What the decision was, how
Ah,
you
all
made your decision, what the result of the decision were,
right.
explain
Mm-hmm.
why it was important.
Right.
I'm gonna count 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. A few years ago, I stayed in England Christian community as a volunteer, and I stayed there for a few months. And there was a chance to every volunteer, when they leave, they could speak in front of whole community member. Usually, people shared what they learned and how was the time up here and the future plan after they come back home. These kinds of things. And I also got a same chance when I leave, but I hesitated a lot because at the time I was so introverted person and super shy. So at first I decided to not to do a speak, but some of my friends and my coworkers encouraged me a lot, and they cheered me. Yeah, cheered me a lot. They told me, I want to listen to your story and what of your background and what you're gonna do after this community. So yeah, I hesitated, but few days later, I changed my mind and I did my speech before I leave to whole community members, and it was so nervous. But anyway, uh, it was not really good, but I did it, and then I didn't expected people's reaction, but people said, you did a really great job, and it was really good to hear your story, and you are so amazing a person. These kind of things. So I got courage a lot. So after I came back to Korea, I could speak to in you know in many people in front of many people.
All right.
So
It's been 2 and 10 seconds.
all right,
Okay. Now it's part three.
straight. Yeah.
Do you think the children sometimes have to make important decisions?
Um. Yes. Yes, they do, because in even in children's life, they should. There are many diseases every day,
Hmm.
so they have to choose uh the important things every day. For instance, when they go to mart with their parents,
Hmm.
if they got a chance to buy a toy, they should they should choose just one, and it should be important for them.
Mhm. So, what important decisions do teenagers need to make after graduation?
In Korea, first of all, they have to decide what kind of middle school they will go, or uh, they might they might choose homeschooling, these kinds of things, and um, and then after middle school, they go to high school, and at the time they should choose what kind of study uh they do for majority, because it affects them a lot when they go to the university or get a job. So uh they have to be very they have to very concentrate on this decision. Yeah.
Mhm. Who can children turn to for help when making a decision?
Sorry, who children what?
Who can children turn to for help when
Uh-huh.
making a decision?
Who can children turn the help when I make a decision?
Mhm.
Mm, can who can children? Sorry, I think I didn't understand the question.
Okay. Do you think advertisement can influence our decisions when shopping?
Yes, a lot, because these days after COVID situation, people spending a lot of time to buying something, so they are being affected by advertisements a lot during the living life, even in the public transportation, as such as bus and subway, these kind of things. So people are buying so many things by through the internet, and and sometimes people buying the stuffs they really don't need, because they affected by advertisement, so people think they need it at the time.
Do you
Yeah,
think
yeah. Mm.
yeah, do you think the influence of advertising is good?
Sorry, advertise what?
Do you think the influence of advertising
Um,
is good?
I don't think so, because it makes people uh buying the stuff every time, and it makes uh people think they need all the stuffs in their home or somewhere else. So it just promotes a lot of consumerism. So I don't think it's really good for social atmosphere.
Mhm. How do people usually make important decisions?
Um, I think when they make a really important decision, people usually asking to to their close friends or family about it, and uh, and it takes a lot of times to make a decision, and usually people do that, but sometimes some people are following the dreams, I think, because they have their own opinion about it. It's really it's really it's very clear, and they just follow what they want, and that kind of person make a decision very clearly.
All right, well done. So I'm gonna give you feedback. You can so much better from the beginning, but the thing is only the part three ideas.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. So what important decisions do teenagers need to make after graduation? What school what academic career paths they continue, or
Mm,
what uh, what kind they could also choose to work in actual working field or like profession or
mm-hmm.
something. So, and who can children turn to for help when making a decision? They can ask for help for their parents, friend, and teachers, a counselor at school, and those kind of thing.
Ah,
Yeah, who can
yeah, right.
turn to for help when making
Mm-hmm.
a decision?
When make a decision, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the question.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, but but you are making really good progressive.
I don't know why when I do the part three
Mhm.
from the start, I'm really getting nervous. So sometimes
Oh,
I think my ears are closed. So
oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Everyone has that kind of thing. So, you just gotta keep push yourself, and somehow you need to put yourself in a relaxed position.
alright, yeah, right. In part
Mm-hmm.
three, there are so many general questions, but
Mm-hmm.
it is not really so difficult. But
Mm-hmm.
it's really noisy to answer.
Mm-hmm. 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 I
So
see.
annoying.
I see. Did you listen to your speech yesterday? Because
Yes, I heard just some parts of the
mm-hmm.
start, and
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I couldn't
you didn't
finish it.
really actually listen to all the speech of your answers.
All right.
Okay, okay, I see.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's now your turn.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will ask the part one first.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever learned to play a musical instrument?
Oh, when I was in elementary school, I learned how to play musical instrument. Like it was several musical instruments, including like tambourine, piano, and small and easy instrument. But in the middle school, I learned like playing piano and playing guitar. But it was very hard for me.
What musical instruments do you enjoy listening to the most?
Oh, I like listening to uh, piano music, especially like new age and jazz, because I'm recently really into jazz music. Yeah, mostly piano, but I also sometimes listen to playing cello. I like that sounds also.
All right. Do you think children should learn to play an instrument at school?
Yeah, I think playing instrument, especially for children, has a lot of benefits. It should be because it they it enhance like children's mental ability and cognitive development, also emotionally helpful, and it's the another way to express their thoughts and emotions.
Mhm. Do you think music education is important to children?
Yeah, it's very important. Like I just said, it has various benefits for their mental physical development, and uh, it also encourages them to have interactive social skills with others when they play instrument together. All those musics actually make them a sense of unity overall.
All right. Okay, I will move to part two.
Hmm.
Um, I will give the subject.
Okay.
Describe the time when you had a problem with using the computer. You should say when it happened and where it happened and what the problem was and how you solved this problem at last. I will give you 1 minute. All right, time is done.
All
Could
right,
you start now?
yeah, a few
Mhm.
months ago, my boss asked me to make a war scenario. This is not actually actual war scenario, but he ordered me to make my own sales scenario for next sales plans. So I think at the time that task was a little bit big for me, but I had no choice to follow. So I prepared for like several months to make very meticulous and specific plans for every customers with our product, with our new product. So when the day I had to give a big presentation to my boss and other employees, including marketing and global sales team. So in the conference room, and somehow my laptop has a problem with connection with the screen, so I couldn't make the presentation in front of all my employees, and I was so embarrassed, and it actually boiled my blood so bad. And but luckily, one of my coworker who is the actual engineer about all the utilities that I use in the company helped me directly. And I was having a trouble uh, to find what problem was, but he actually saw directly and fixed it very simple way. It was little disconnection between screen and computer. So he actually changed some uh, connection lines. So after he changed the lines, I could give the screen was back, and I could make a good presentation to my coworkers and my bosses. So over the experience, I realized that my coworkers always uh, be there to support me whenever I have a hard work and hard time. And after I the presentation, our team had a big dinner all together because my plan was probably quite detailed and accurate for all the customers. So it was really a good experience and good memory that I sometimes think about whenever I have a hard time about my
All
work.
right. All right. It was 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Oh, okay.
And okay, move to part three.
All right.
And why do people often have problems when using new products?
Oh, I think these days having and using new product quite hard for some individuals because especially elderlies. For my smartphone has many multiple features. I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Okay, multiple features. So it's hard for them to see all the buttons and touch the screen and use all the details, features, and functions with devices. Yeah, that's why some people have a hard time using new products. especially electronic products.
All right. How do people use these digital devices to help them with their studies?
Since the significant development of electronic devices, including like tablet and laptop and smartphone, most scholars use them as a dictionary and when they take a note and when they need to find some information, they use their electronic devices for them. So technically, those devices work as library and note and also book. And I think they also can watch some teachers lecture through that electronic devices. So I cannot really say those electronic devices actually work like actual school.
All right. Do people spend too much time looking at digital screens?
People, oh, some sorry, could you say it again?
Do people spend too much time looking at digital screen?
Oh yeah, definitely. I've read an article that most individuals in South Korea spend over like 60, uh, 80 minutes per day to see using their smartphone and watching some random things on Instagram and TikTok. So so I think these days modern people cannot live without using smartphone.
Do you think that do you think parents should limit the time that their children spend using the smartphone?
Yeah, definitely. As these days many parents give smartphone and tablet for their children to their children because when children use the tablet, they mostly become quiet and don't cry at all. But somehow, I think those parenting skills not really helpful for their mental health and physical development because it could cause some medical mental disability or like inappropriate development of social uh, skills and cognitive development also.
All right. What do you think of people who are addicted to playing computers?
Oh, I think that's really bad unless you're a professional gamer, unless they are a professional gamer. So I can understand sometimes play computer games a lot to release their steams off from their hectic and bustling life routines. But uh, that's not really good because it's not good for your eyes and it's not good for your good for their general health because uh they just stay one place for a long time. It will cause back pain and somehow uh, those activities does not guarantee your good social skills. So instead of playing computer games for a long time, it's better to go to outside, engaging in some physical activities.
All right, your test is done.
Oh,
I think you did really great job today, and especially in part three,
mhm.
when I asked you about uh, do people spend too much time looking at digital screens? I asked this question, and I really like your answers because you told me uh, most of Korean people watching the screen more than 60 or 80 minutes. You said like that. So I I really liked this precise support.
Mhm.
So I think it was really good. was really persuaded.
Okay, thank you. I have some tendency that whenever I answer, I use like you word very much. Like, how do people usually
Mhm,
make decision? Then I
mhm,
like, you can make decision like this. I was supposed to say people make
mhm,
decision. So
mhm.
I made a mistake. Okay. All right. Thank you for joining this morning session. Okay. So
Yeah,